All right, 5.11, multiplying polynomials. So this is where I find that FOIL kind of falls apart. If you want me to show you what to do if you're using FOIL, then come see me, or even look in the book under section 5.11, and you will see how they teach using the same similar method as FOIL in the book for when you have polynomials. The box works, so I don't even have to worry about it if I'm using the box. I have 2 terms and 3 terms. So that means I need to make a box that has 2 and a 3. So I'm making my skeleton in my box. So here we have b squared and a positive 2. Here we have b squared, positive 3b, and a negative 4. All right, so negative 4 goes in this column. 3b goes in this column. B squared goes in this column. B squared goes across this entire row. And 2 goes in all of this row. And by now you should be getting fairly good with the box method. Okay, so now let's multiply in every box. So here we have b squared and b squared, 2 bases, 2 exponents. We add them. 2 and 2 is 4. Here we have 3, and then we have b squared and b to the first. That would be b to the third. B squared and negative 4. Nothing I can do there except for put them together. 2 and b squared. Put them together. 2 times 3 is 6. And it's just the b. And then 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. I'm going to add all of those together. So b to the fourth plus 3b to the third. There's a negative, so that's minus 4b squared, positive, plus 2b squared, positive, plus 6b, negative, minus 8. Now we're going to collect our like terms. Now what I notice is that I have b to the fourth, b to the third. Here are 2b squares, b to the first, and 8. All right, so now let's collect our like terms. So we have b to the fourth plus 3b to the third, negative 4 and positive 2b squared. So there's 1 positive, 1 negative, subtract them. 4 is a larger number than 2, and 4 is negative. So my answer is negative plus 6b minus 8. Okay. All right, let's try another problem. Move this here. All right, x squared minus 4x minus 3 times 3x minus 2. Again, I'm going to make my box. It doesn't matter. I could put 3 on the side and 2 on the top. I'm just going to stay with my 2 by 3 box. Fill out my skeleton. All right, since this is the 3 terms, I'm going to put it across the top. X squared minus 4x minus 3. And this is the 2 terms, 3x minus 2. So now I know my column. Negative 3. This is negative 4x. This is x squared. This row is 3x. And this row is negative 2. Now we do all the multiplication in all of the boxes. So 3, remember there's a 1 here, times 1 is 3. X to the first and x to the second is x to the third power, 1 plus 2. Negative 3 times positive, or excuse me, negative 4 times positive 3 is negative 12. X to the first and x to the first is x squared. Negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9, and there's just the x. Negative 2 times x squared is negative 2 times x squared. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8, and there's just the 1x. Negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 3 is 6. Now we add up all the answers to that portion. So we have 3x to the third minus 12x squared minus 9x minus 2x squared plus 8x plus 6. Now in this case, my things that were similar or alike are not together, and I need to collect my like terms. So this is the only x to the third power. Here's an x squared, and here's an x squared. So I have negative 12x squared and negative 2x squared. And now we have x and x minus 9x plus 8x plus 6. So these two are like and these two are like. So I get 3x to the third, negative and a negative. I'm going to add them together because they're both negatives. So I get negative 14x squared, negative 9x plus positive 8x. A negative and a positive I subtract and I get 1. 9 is bigger than an 8, so it's negative because the 9 is negative, plus 6.